Thomas, are you done with work?
Yeah, I'm done. Why?
I just wanted to ask if you could stop by the grocery store on your way home.
Huh? The grocery store? Why me?
We're running low on laundry detergent and toilet paper.
Then why don't you go get some? Do you know how embarrassing it would be for a guy like me to buy detergent if the neighbors saw it?
Huh? There's nothing weird about a man buying detergent. It's pretty normal these days.
It just feels like I'm being bossed around by my wife, and I don't like that.
I'm not bossing you around. Stopping by the store on your way home isn't a big deal.
What did you even do all day today?
Well, I did laundry and cleaned in the morning. Then I relaxed in the room during the afternoon.
You've been lounging at home all day. You can at least handle the shopping.
I'm sorry, it's just been hard to move around. I'm almost due to give birth. My belly's gotten really big and my back hurts a lot.
You know the due date, right? Plan ahead and act accordingly. When did you get so lazy? Depending on me for everything is really frustrating, you know?
Sorry, but it's my first pregnancy. I can't plan everything perfectly. I'm nervous too.
Being nervous and not handling housework are two different things. I'm already exhausted from work, you know?
I know work has been tough on you. I really want you to know how much I appreciate your daily efforts. But do you really have to talk to me like that? If I could move around easily, I'd go buy it myself.
I'm barely holding it together with work. Nothing is going right. Nothing. At least let me blow off some steam.
That's why I've been saying we should talk things out more. But you keep shutting me down.
It's pointless to talk to you. It never gets anywhere. Fine. Just drop it already. I'll pick up the detergent and toilet paper, okay? So, toilet paper, double or single?
Double, please.
Jesus. I was just about to go out for drinks, you know?
Wait, you were planning to go out drinking?
Yeah, so what? Is that a problem?
So, going out for drinks doesn't make you feel tired, huh? Couldn't you at least try to help out a little during this time?
I'll step up once the baby's here, all right? Why do you always have to argue about everything?
This isn't just my child, you know. I really wish you'd start taking parenthood more seriously.
It's said in a parenting magazine that men develop their awareness slower than women. That's just how men are.
Don't dismiss it as just a gender thing. It's disrespectful to the men out there who are actually stepping up and helping.
No, that's not what I mean. What I'm trying to say is more nuanced than that. Apparently, men's awareness of parenting tends to develop slower than women's because of hormonal differences.
Hormonal?
Yeah, like oxytocin, for example. Women experience an increase in oxytocin during pregnancy as they bond with the baby. But for men, it starts increasing after the baby is born, and they begin spending time together.
But that doesn't mean you can just sit back and wait, does it?
Of course not, I know that. I was just explaining the biological tendencies.
Still, using that as an excuse to not put in any effort isn't right, is it?
You've been really irritable lately, huh? Maybe before commenting on me, you should work on fixing your pregnancy mood swings. Moms really need to get a bit stronger. There's no need to fuss so much when I'm not around.
Listen, Thomas. There are actual scientific reasons why pregnant women experience emotional changes.
Huh?
First of all, the biggest reason is that pregnancy causes major changes in hormonal balance. In the early stages, estrogen and progesterone levels increase rapidly, making emotions more unstable. Later in pregnancy, as the baby grows, the physical strain on the body increases. Add to that sleep deprivation, back pain, and difficulty moving. Those physical stresses pile up too.
Oh my God. Here we go with the complicated stuff again.
Didn't you just say men struggle to develop parental awareness because of hormones?
Yeah. You're so annoying.
Violet, how are you feeling? Have you been having any cramping or anything? I'm fine, Ruth. But didn't you check in with me an hour ago too? How many times are you going to call me today? This is your 5th time already.
I'm just so excited about my grandchild being born.
And you mentioned having a sharp pain in the morning, didn't you? That had me worried. Thank you so much for being so concerned. Well, the due date has already passed, so it could happen any time now, right? Don't worry. I promise I'll call as soon as the contractions start.
You better. I'll come right away.
That's very reassuring. Oh.
What's wrong?
I think my water just broke.
What? Really?
But it might just be urine leakage. It doesn't feel like that much.
Even so, when it comes to water breaking, it's different for everyone. Sometimes it's just a small trickle, but it can still be your water breaking. For now, stay calm, okay? I think you should call the hospital.
Do you think it's that urgent?
It is. Your water breaking means amniotic fluid is leaking, right? If too much amniotic fluid is lost, it could put the baby in danger.
I didn't know that. Thank you for explaining.
It's not just that. If your water breaks, there's also a risk of infection. The longer it's been since your water broke, the less the amniotic sac can protect the baby, so quick action is important.
I see.
Also, it's hard to tell on your own whether it's urine leakage or your water breaking, so it's better to have a professional check it.
That's true.
At the hospital, they can do a simple test to confirm if it's your water breaking or not. If everything's fine, you'll feel relieved, and if it is, they'll handle it appropriately.
All right. I'll contact the hospital. Thomas, what time do you think you'll be home today?
Huh? If you're messaging me at this time, don't tell me you're asking me to buy something again.
That's not it. I might have had my water break, so I need to go to the hospital. If you're done with work, can you drive me there?
Your water broke? The baby's not coming yet, right?
I won't know until we get to the hospital, but I think it's better to get checked quickly.
All right. Let me know when it looks like the baby's actually coming. Then I'll go.
Wait, hold on. You're not coming with me?
Even if your water broke, if you're not having contractions, the baby won't be born yet, right? So what's the point of me going? Waiting around for hours would just be a waste of time.
That's not true. This is my first delivery, and just having you by my side would mean so much. Please, come to the hospital with me.
I can't. If I go now, I'll just be sitting around with nothing to do.
But I want you to hear what the doctor says too, please.
I said it's not happening. I've already had a drink, so I can't drive.
What? You've been drinking again? I'm past my due date. It could happen any time now.
I needed to relax after work. One drink isn't a big deal.
The baby is going to be here any day now. Can't you hold off for a little while?
I didn't think you'd go into labor today.
We can take a taxi, so please accompany me.
If a taxi works, then just go on your own. There's no need for me to come along.
Why are you being so cold? I'm terrified. It's my first time giving birth.
You're overreacting. Your friends have had kids just fine, haven't they? Medical care is advanced these days, so there's nothing to worry about.
Fine, but promise me you'll come if contractions start. You're off tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Thomas, Are you still drinking? I've been messaging you, but you're not responding at all. The contractions have started. They're getting much closer together and the baby might come by early morning. My back feels like it's going to split apart and I'm so scared. Please, come quickly. Thomas, why aren't you replying? The baby's about to be born.
My bad. I didn't see your messages. I just got home. My phone's been on silent this whole time. So, what was it? You said the contraction started?
You just got home? It's already 4 a.m.
Yeah, well, knowing I have the day off tomorrow, I guess I got a little carried away with the drinks.
So while I was suffering through labor pains, you were out drinking and wandering around? Unbelievable.
Come on, it's not like you're sick. Isn't this something every mom goes through? Anyway, you mentioned something about the contraction intervals. Is the baby about to be born?
The baby's already born.
What? Already? That was quick.
Quick? I told you hours ago that the baby might come by early morning. Did you even read my messages?
Honestly, not really. I was pretty drunk.
Thomas, you didn't come in the end.
Oh, I see. So the baby's here. Well, that's great news. Congrats.
Congrats? That's all you have to say? Don't you think this is insane? It was my first delivery and you were out drinking. I wanted you to be there when I needed you the most.
All right, I'm sorry, okay? Don't get so mad. So, is it a boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
Oh, just like I predicted. I hope he looks just like me.
All right. Can you come to the hospital right away?
Wait, I've got a headache. I'll be there after I get some sleep.
Excuse me? Are you serious? Your child was just born and you're still not coming?
What do you want me to do? I can't meet the baby in this drunk state. Besides, I reek of alcohol. I can't show up at the hospital like this.
So when are you coming?
I'll take a nap now and head over around noon. You should get some rest in the meantime, too.
I can't rest. I've got feeding and taking care of the baby to handle from here on out.
All right. Don't get so worked up. For now, I really need to sleep. Talk later.
Thomas, I've been waiting for you this whole time. When are you planning to show up? It's already past noon.
Yeah, I know. I want to come, but I've got a splitting headache from a hangover, so I can't move.
A hangover? You were drinking?
What? Don't act surprised. I told you I was going out drinking. I drank until morning, and now my head feels like it's going to explode. I'm nauseous, my stomach's upset, and even drinking water makes me feel sick. Honestly, I can barely stand up right now.
Unbelievable! While someone was doing her best to give birth to your child, you were out drinking and wandering around? What were you thinking?
Violet, you always start whining about every little thing. You're blowing this way out of proportion. Labor pains aren't that big of a deal.
Thomas, are you misunderstanding something? Do you even know who you're talking to? This is your mother. Care to explain yourself?
What? Oh, I mean...
What? Do you think there's any excuse for this?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm still kind of hungover and I thought it was Violet messaging me on WhatsApp.
I can tell that, but now you're fully awake, aren't you?
Yes.
You lied to me saying you couldn't be there because of work, and now I come here to find this? I heard everything from Violet. What are you even doing? And on top of that, you didn't help her with anything when she wasn't feeling well? You complain just because she asks you to pick up some groceries every now and then? Do you even understand what childbirth entails? She's putting her life on the line to bring your child into this world. Your child.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
If you understand that, let me spell it out for you. Do you know how much strain pregnancy and childbirth put on a woman's body? During pregnancy, women battle constant nausea from morning sickness, often unable to eat properly. Their bodies change, gaining weight, dealing with back pain, swelling, and sleepless nights. Their hormones go out of balance, leaving them emotionally unstable and aches and pains everywhere.
Well, I've read about that in parenting magazines, so I kind of know.
But you're treating it like it's someone else's problem, even though it's your child. Have you ever tried imagining the pain of childbirth? The level of pain varies, but for some, it's so intense they feel like they might pass out. And let me remind you, there's a very real risk of losing your life during childbirth. Do you have any idea how terrifying it is to go through that without your husband there? You're about to become a father, aren't you? What happened to the Thomas who cried with joy when he found out he was going to be a dad?
At that time, I was really happy. We'd been struggling to have a child even after we got married, and it was weighing on me. So when Violet came home from the hospital and said, "We're having a baby," I couldn't believe it. I was going to be a father. I was just so happy. I was so overwhelmed I couldn't even put it into words.
So, what made you forget how you were feeling back then?
I didn't mean to forget, but since I'm not the one who's pregnant, as time went on, the excitement I felt when we found out just started to fade.
If you haven't truly forgotten, then now's the time to remember how you felt. What do you think your child will feel if someday they find out their father was out drinking while they were being born? Have you thought about that?
No.
Then think about it now. How do you think your child would feel if they knew the truth?
They'd probably be really disappointed.
They wouldn't just be disappointed. If I were in their place, I'd surely be giving you a hard time. I heard from Violet, work hasn't been going well for you, has it? You've been using drinking as an escape from that stress, haven't you?
It's just, I feel stuck. Nothing is going right. I've wanted to quit so many times, but if I do, I won't be able to provide. And when I think about being a father, I feel like someone like me could never make them happy. I feel like I'm not good enough.
So what made you want to have a kid in the first place? What makes Violet and the baby happy is living a good life with you. Money can be earned, but you can never get back the time you lose with your family. And when Violet tried to sit down and talk with you, why were you clinging to your ridiculous pride? Sharing your struggles is what family is for. No matter how hard things get, can't you think about Violet and your child and push yourself to do better? Marriage is about understanding and empathizing with each other, in good times and bad. Until you can understand that, you need to take some time to cool off. Anyway, after the delivery, I'm taking Violet and the baby back to our house.
What? She's not going back to her parents' house?
This is Violet's decision. She said she wants to stay with me for now. She feels safer that way. She's worried that if she goes back to her parents' house, it might completely sever her connection with you. That fear is what's keeping her from doing so. Of course, I'm more than happy to have her here. Her parents are on board with this too.
It'll be fine. I'll make sure to help with the housework and take care of the baby so Violet has the support she needs.
Help? What do you mean by help?
Well, I'll help Violet with things to ease her burden.
Do you not realize that this way of thinking is wrong from the start? Sure, you're working, so it might not be realistic for you to do everything around the house.
But when it comes to raising your child, it's not about helping. You do it. That's the bare minimum. Whose child is this? It's my child. Exactly. Doesn't saying you'll help make it sound like it's someone else's problem? You're absolutely right. In any case, after the delivery, I want Violet to rest as much as possible, so she'll stay here with me. I'll also have a thorough discussion with her parents about what happens moving forward. I'll head over right away.
Thomas, it seems like you've been trying to reach me this whole time. I'm sorry I couldn't reply sooner. I've been so caught up with the baby and adjusting to parenting that I haven't been checking WhatsApp.
Don't worry about it, Violet. You're busy, and you don't need to feel obligated to respond to me.
Don't say things like that.
I'm sorry.
Your mom and dad told me. They said you've been coming to my parents' house every day after work. They told me how you kept apologizing to them.
I really regret everything. I'll keep going every day until I earn their forgiveness.
You've been coming here every day too, right? I'm sorry, I didn't know how to face you, so I asked Ruth to turn you away.
I know, it's my fault. All of it. How are you feeling? You're not ready to come back home yet, are you?
Well, honestly, I can focus on parenting more here. But, it's unbelievable how little sleep I'm getting.
Is it really that hard?
Hard doesn't even begin to describe it. Do you know how many times I have to feed the baby in the middle of the night? When the baby starts crying, I feed them, and after that, it's time to change their diaper. Once the diaper is changed, they start crying again, and getting them to stop crying can take so long.
I see. Babies do cry at night a lot.
The baby wakes up every 2 to 3 hours. As soon as I think I can finally sleep and lie down, I get woken up again. It's just endless.
I don't think I can handle that.
And during the day, I still have to take care of the baby, so there's no chance to nap either. Your mom has been handling all the housework for me. It's such a huge help. She even helps with bath time. Raising a child alone is impossible.
I'm so sorry. I really need to do better and support you more.
But I've decided it's time to come home.
What? You're coming back home?
Yeah. I've heard from your mom how hard you've been working. Ruth said she straightened you out. She told me you've been doing all the cleaning, the cooking, everything on your own, and that you've been getting the house ready for when we return. She also said you haven't gone out drinking.
I haven't had a single drink since that day. I realized I was relying on the wrong things.
That day? You mean the day of the delivery?
Yeah, I felt so ashamed of myself for not being there for you and the baby. And I realized I'd been using alcohol as an escape.
An escape?
Whenever something went wrong at work, I just head out for a drink. I thought getting drunk would make me feel better, at least for a while, but all it did was push the problems aside.
But isn't it pretty tough to just quit drinking alcohol like that?
Honestly, it was really tough at first. On days when I came home exhausted from overtime, I'd think, maybe just one drink wouldn't hurt. But I held myself back and stuck to non-alcoholic beer instead.
Why were you able to push yourself so hard?
At first, it was purely out of guilt for what I'd done to you and the baby. But guilt isn't enough to keep you going. So I realized I needed to replace drinking with something else, and I started exercising.
Exercising?
Yeah, moving my body really helped me clear my mind. I started waking up early to jog in the mornings. It turns out I feel way better after exercising than I ever did after drinking.
Wow, that's amazing.
At first, I had to force myself, but over time, it just became natural. I don't even crave alcohol anymore. I finally realized there are healthier ways to deal with stress.
That's an incredible effort.
I know it's easy to say all the right things, and I know I've lost your trust. I also know what I did isn't something that can be forgiven easily. But I want to do everything I can now. If, after doing that, divorce is still what you want, then I'll accept it without regret. People say change doesn't happen overnight, but I refuse to be influenced by that excuse.
We're not getting a divorce.
What? Are you serious?
I'm not lying. I know how hard you've been working to change, and so do my parents. They even said if you come by tomorrow, they'll let you in and forgive you. You haven't faltered on anything since the day you made that promise at the hospital. I'm sorry my parents said some harsh things to you.
No, you don't need to apologize. I was in the wrong, and they had every right to be angry.
But they must have said some really tough things, didn't they?
Yeah. Honestly, their words didn't just sting. They felt like knives straight to my heart. The first thing they said was, "There's no way we can entrust Violet and the baby to someone like you." Then they added, "You're not just a failure as a father. You don't even have any credibility as a person." And they didn't stop there. "What could anyone expect from a man who was drinking while his wife was giving birth?" they shouted at me.
I'm sorry. You kept going to apologize over and over, and yet...
Please, Violet, don't apologize to me, but thank you. Thank you so much.
But, while it's fine to apologize and thank my parents, you also need to make sure you properly thank your mom. She's been helping you with everything at your house, even though she has her own things to take care of. You need to show her some gratitude.
Of course. I'll make time to do it right away.
But just because I'm coming back doesn't mean things will get easier, I'll help with the housework, sure, but you're also going to be doing your share of parenting. So make sure you step up as a father, okay?
I won't run away anymore. I'll also make time to talk about work properly.
Let's sit down and really talk about it. I get it. It's easy to feel like being bad at your job is embarrassing or uncool. It's something people feel about themselves, but I want to be the person who understands you, Thomas. I understand you have your pride, but you're not alone, so don't rush. Don't carry all your worries by yourself. At least from where I stand, the Thomas I see now isn't uncool at all. I'll be back next week.
Thanks. I'll do my best.
But I'm not coming back alone.
I understand. Our son too, right?
Nope. All 3 of us.
Wait, 3?
Ruth is coming too.
My mom?
That's right. If you start slacking off on housework or parenting as soon as I come back, I'll be in trouble. I'm returning to the husband who was out drinking while I was in labor, Do you think I'd come back to an unreliable husband without any guarantee?
Okay, I get it. But Violet, have you changed or something? Has your personality been influenced by my mom?
You're the one who said it, Thomas. Mothers have to be strong. As promised, I returned home with Ruth to the house where he was waiting for us. It had been a while since I'd been back, and what greeted me was an unbelievable sight. The entire house was spotless, sparkling to a degree I couldn't even imagine. The windows shone like mirrors. The curtains had been washed and carried the soft scent of fabric softener, and the floors were so glossy they looked brand new, almost too pristine to step on. Thomas had also fully prepared for the baby's arrival. The baby crib was set up, a diaper-changing mat was ready, and baby clothes and towels were neatly organized. Even a nursing pillow and toys had been purchased and placed thoughtfully for easy access. The most surprising thing, though, was that there wasn't a single trace of alcohol left in the house. When I opened the fridge, there wasn't any beer or liquor, just plenty of milk and bottled water. This was shocking, considering the fridge used to be packed with Thomas's favorite beers. I also vividly remember being stunned by how much Thomas's cooking had improved. It was so delicious, it actually left me a bit speechless. A few days later, we sat down to talk about Thomas's work issues. It turned out the root cause was his strained relationship with his boss. Thomas's immediate supervisors seemed to lash out at him whenever they were in a bad mood, often yelling things like, "You're a failure as a professional," or "You should just quit," in front of everyone. During meetings, the boss would single him out for opinions, only to respond, "Your thinking is so naive. That's why you'll never succeed," no matter what he said. It wasn't hard to understand why Thomas had been feeling so cornered. I had noticed how gloomy Thomas looked every morning before heading to work, so I told him to share anything that was bothering him. But it seemed Thomas felt ashamed to admit to me that he was being harassed by his boss, thinking it would make him look weak, so he kept it to himself all that time. During my first pregnancy and delivery, I had been so focused on myself, constantly blaming Thomas for going out drinking so often. When we finally talked everything out, we both cried together for the first time in a long while. Afterward, Thomas changed jobs. He found a great company with kind colleagues, and before long, he started to get promoted rapidly. Even though I never forbade him from going out drinking, he stopped entirely on his own. He told me he lost touch with a few of his drinking buddies, but he laughed it off saying, "Any bond that snaps over something like that isn't worth keeping anyway." At his new workplace, Thomas found a colleague who also enjoys jogging, and now he's spending his days surrounded by people he genuinely gets along with. He seems truly happy with his life now. At one point, I seriously questioned over and over if someone as selfish and thoughtless as Thomas could really be a good father. But through this experience, I learned the importance of believing in someone, and I saw firsthand that people can change. Time passed. 3 years later, I recently gave birth to our second child. Even while working, Thomas supported me every step of the way and was there by my side during the delivery. The scene before me this time was completely different from 3 years ago. It was filled with happiness and smiles. Now, from the bottom of my heart, I feel truly glad that I married Thomas.
Hey, Ella. My niece just had a baby, and I want to deliver a baby gift. Would you mind coming with me tomorrow?
I see. I'd love to congratulate her too, but...
What?
As I told you before, my father is in the hospital and he's not doing so well. I want to stay home so that I can go there in case something happens.
Huh? What are you talking about? Are you going to refuse my invitation? And it's not like something already happened to your father, right? You're talking like you're going to lose your father.
It's not like that. Of course I want my father to live as long as possible. But as sick as he is, it's getting worse than I imagined. The doctor says that anything could happen at any time.
So you're just going to stay home until something happens to your father? That's crazy.
I know, but I just don't feel like going out.
I hate you so much for being such a whiny little scumbag. You're so negative. I feel like I'm drowning with you. Can't you be a little more positive? Can't you say something like, "Nothing will happen to my father tomorrow. Let's go celebrate your niece."
I understand what you're saying, but as you can imagine, in a situation where I don't know what's going to happen, I can't be positive. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't come tomorrow.
You don't know anything about being a wife, do you? I wonder why Levi married someone like you. He must be so unhappy. A wife who only cares about herself.
What? That's a horrible thing to say. Why should I be told such a thing when my father's life is in danger? I have worked so hard as Levi's wife. I've been working and taking care of the house at the same time. I have never put a burden on him in any way.
That's how you keep pushing your own way. Fine. That's enough. I'll go alone tomorrow. I don't even want to go with you anymore after you goofed off so much. Hey, Ella. I'm bringing my coworker back home with me now. So could you prepare dinner for us?
What? What are you talking about?
Huh?
I told you I'm going to the hospital because my father is in critical condition, didn't I? I'm about to leave.
Then just make something and go. My coworker is coming over, but it would be rude if I don't have anything to eat.
Why are you bringing your coworker today under these circumstances?
She really wants to have a drink at my place. I tried to say no, but she wouldn't back off.
Do you understand what I'm saying? My father is in critical condition. Isn't it normal for a husband to rush to the hospital together? But instead, you're bringing a coworker over to our house for a drink. What are you thinking?
What's with that tone? I'm doing my job, you know? My position in the company is going to change, depending on how I get along within the company. You don't understand my position at all, do you?
Normally, I wouldn't say anything. I'd be happy to prepare dinner for you and your coworker. But my father is dying, and I don't have the heart to do that. Can't you even understand that much?
You don't understand my situation either. You want me to neglect my company because of your father who hasn't passed away yet?
Huh? How can you even think of having a drink with your coworker under these circumstances? You're unbelievable.
You despise your husband too much. Who do you think is earning money here, huh?
Sure, I'm grateful for your hard work, but I work too, you know. We split everything 50-50. I don't depend on your income alone to make ends meet.
That's exactly why my mother hates you. I heard you turned down my mother's offer to go out with her.
Of course I did. After the text with your mother was over, I got a call that he was in critical condition, remember? I'm glad I turned down that invitation. You guys are really similar, you know that?
What's that?
You don't understand when people are suffering and in pain. Anyway, I've already left home.
Huh? What about the dinner?
If you insist on having drinks at home, prepare them yourself. I'm not at home anymore.
What a wife. I'm ashamed that my wife is like that. This is enough. I'll go out and have a drink instead of having it at home. That's what you want, isn't it?
My father is dying, and you insist on going out for a drink?
Of course I do. Men have their own social life.
Then do whatever you want. I don't care. Hey, do you know what you're doing? My father is dead. That's why so many people came to mourn him.
Your dad died and you're acting like a doomed heroine. I'll lighten your mood with a party cracker. Your dad can't go to heaven in the gloomy atmosphere, can he?
Your behavior offended not only me, but everyone who came to the funeral. More importantly, I can't forgive you for messing up my father's funeral, which is more important than anything else. You guys are a horrible mother and son.
Hey, you better watch your mouth. You're a useless wife to me and my mother. Who cares if I did something silly like that?
What are you talking about? I really don't understand how you people think. How could I have lived with such a scumbag for so many years?
You call me a scumbag? You're being a doomed heroine, so as long as I'm nice to you, you better be nice to me.
I can't take it anymore. I'm sick of you and your mother. All the attendees are appalled at you guys. Only your father felt sorry and apologized to me. I guess he's the only one who has common sense.
Huh? I'm decent and so is my mom. We're adults with common sense. At least I make more money than you, right?
Oh my God.
Huh?
I've had enough of this. I'm getting a divorce after my father's funeral.
Huh? What are you talking about?
How can I live with people like you? Your father agreed to it already.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm not thinking about divorce. If you divorce me now, it'll affect my career.
I don't care. Because honestly, I don't care about your career. I can't forgive you for disrespecting my father.
Wait, you're just panicking right now because you just lost your dad. Give it some time, you'll calm down. Then we can talk about it, okay?
I can't. I'll bring the divorce papers today, so please fill them out.
Ella, what's going on? Why did you tell my husband something unnecessary?
Your husband was very ashamed of your behavior at my father's funeral. He was sorry and confused about everything. So I told him everything that had happened.
What? Why would you do such a selfish thing? What happens to me and my husband is none of your business.
Well, I've already decided to divorce Levi. I'm a person who has nothing to do with you either. That's why I don't have to cover for you.
It's disgusting to try to put people in misery. Why did you tell my husband a secret I didn't want him to know?
Because he asked me.
What?
He said you weren't like that before. These days, you spend money too much, dress too fancy, go out too often. He didn't know what the hell was going on with you, so I told him everything I know.
What do you mean everything? What did you tell him?
Huh? That you owe me money? You owe me money from what I've worked for, and I can't let you get away. I need you to pay me back. I don't want to end up divorcing Levi and not getting my money back.
That's unnecessary. The only reason I'm borrowing money from you is because I don't want my husband to know. You understand, don't you?
Yes, that's why I didn't say anything until now. But since I'm getting divorced, I need you to pay back. I heard that you were paying the money to a young pretty boy. And for that boy, you were pouring all the money your husband saved up. He was furious.
Huh? You know that much?
Yes, your husband hired a private detective.
A private detective?
Because you were acting so suspiciously.
Oh no.
There's more to this story.
What?
Levi was cheating on me.
Huh?
He was drinking every night around the time my father was hospitalized. It was not uncommon for him to work all night with coworkers. When your husband found out that I was in a state of anxiety and Levi didn't help me, he recommended that I use a private detective to find out what was going on. And we laughed because you two were doing the same thing.
Are you saying that my son was having an affair?
Yes, that's right. You and Levi are really unbelievable.
Oh no.
I didn't want to have anything more to do with Levi. I don't want to have anything to do with you either. I'm grateful to be out of your life.
What a thing to say.
I'm planning to charge him alimony.
To Levi?
Of course. He was cheating on me while I was worrying about my father. He was out drinking and spending time with his unfaithful lover, despite my father being in critical condition. Isn't it natural to claim alimony?
You little scumbag. You enjoy making him suffer, don't you?
Don't you have your own problems to worry about? Your husband was quite upset too.
What? Ella, I need your help.
Why should I help you? I am a person who has nothing to do with you anymore, so don't ask me for help.
After that, my husband divorced me, and I didn't even get a share of the property. I don't know how I'm going to live.
Why wasn't there any property division?
Because I spent all of our family savings. He said that there will be no property division because of that. So he divorced me with nothing. I can't live like this.
Isn't that what you deserve? You spent the money without telling him. Besides, about the money I loaned you, he paid me back in full.
What? He did?
The amount was quite a lot, so that's why you got nothing. I don't think there's anything strange about that.
Oh no, I can't live like this. I don't even have a house to live in.
If you don't have a house to live in, then you better do something soon by yourself. It's none of my business.
How am I supposed to rent an apartment if I have no money?
I don't know about that. I'm a stranger now, so I don't care how you are going to live. Why don't you ask your own son?
He is also having a hard time paying your alimony. How can I ask him to help me?
That's just the way it is. Your son is taking responsibility for what he has done. I think it's good for you guys to cooperate with each other and live together. I'm not going to help you.
Don't be so cold. I'm your ex-mother-in-law, remember? I'm in such trouble. You could have helped me at least a little.
Don't be silly. You ruined my father's funeral. There's no way I would forgive you. I have no mercy for you and your son. Please reflect fully on what you have done.
I didn't know you were such a heartless person.
What are you talking about? Which one of us is the heartless one? Anyway, I have nothing to do with you anymore. Don't ever contact me again. There's nothing I can do for you.
Ella! Hi, Ella. It was all my fault. I'm sincerely sorry for ruining your father's funeral and for cheating on you. So, can you at least reduce my alimony? I can't live like this.
Stop being a baby. Anybody can do anything if he puts his mind to it.
You're too insane, aren't you? You even demanded alimony from her.
Of course. She knew you were married. I didn't realize she was a coworker, though. No wonder you had so many drinking parties with your coworkers.
How mean can you be?
Which one of us is the mean one? I was exhausted because of my father's illness, and you didn't even try to comfort me. You just went out drinking with the woman you were having an affair with. I bet you have no idea how I felt every day. It's only natural that she should be charged alimony.
Then at least reduce her alimony.
Why?
Because of everything, the whole company found out about the affair. She can't stand the cold shoulder from everyone around her, and she had no choice but to quit. How can she pay alimony when she lost her job?
That's none of my business. Facts are facts. I have to make sure you two get punished. I'm not going to cancel or reduce it.
You're such a... Then reduce my alimony.
Why?
You know I don't have the money to pay alimony either.
I know. You've been giving her every paycheck you've ever made. I took care of all the living expenses and rent. Considering that, I think the alimony is fair. Why don't you just think of it as paying those late? I'm not going to let you go when you spent all our money. And don't even think about saying you don't have any.
I really can't pay it.
If you can't pay, go into debt or whatever, because I'm not going to tolerate it at all. The fact that you messed up my father's funeral and that you had an affair doesn't go away. I'm going to make sure you pay for that.
Oh no. You and I have been married for a long time, haven't we? You should at least show a little mercy.
You and your mother are really alike, aren't you? Your mother texted me saying the same thing.
She did?
Yes. She wants me to help her because she can't live like this. Of course I said no.
Don't say no and help us. You have a job and enough money to help us, right? Please.
Don't be silly. I divorced you because I wanted to get rid of you. I have no obligation to help you because we have nothing to do with each other anymore. Don't ever contact me again.
Don't say that. I really don't know what to do. It's affecting my job. And if I don't do something about it, I'm gonna lose my job.
You brought this on your own.
I know that. And yet, I'm asking you to help me. Please understand.
I told you not to screw around. I will never help you or your mother. You two will have to live and help each other. Well then, good luck.
Ella, please, do something about it.
After that, Levi and the woman with whom he had an affair paid the alimony. Levi seems to have borrowed money to pay it. The woman had no savings, so she cried to her parents and borrowed money. After that, she was forced to move back to her parents' house. She's now working under the supervision of her parents to pay back the money she borrowed. Levi, on the other hand, has lost his place in the company because of this incident. His dream of promotion has gone out the window, and he couldn't stand being cold-shouldered by his bosses and colleagues. He finally resigned from the company. He had no choice but to rent a cheap apartment and live with his mother who had nowhere else to go. In order to earn money for living expenses and repayment, he is working part-time as a manual laborer day and night. I hear that they are constantly fighting whenever they see each other. All of this is the result of their own selfishness, so they deserve what they get. I have returned to my parents' house to live with my mother. My mother is gradually getting her strength back, which is a relief. From now on, I will work hard to support my mother.
Hey, Robert, listen up. What, Mom? I'm kind of busy right now, so can you keep it quick? Oh, it's such a touching story. I just had to tell you. Then just get to the point. Oh my God, you're so impatient. Remember your childhood friend? You know, that girl? She moved out to live with her husband's mom. I'm living with your dad's mom too, but she's so young to take that on. So impressive. Okay. What was her name again? You know, the one who used to live in that apartment complex. I can picture her face, but her name's just not coming to me. Are you talking about Audrey? That's right, Audrey. So her mother-in-law broke a bone last year and ended up in the hospital. Even after being discharged, she needed rehab, and it seems like her strength really declined. So now she needs help with her daily life. Wow, that must have been tough. Exactly. And on top of that, her mother-in-law's legs and back got so weak that she can't even move around without a walker. Audrey mentioned that she was concerned about her living alone, so she chose to move in with her. That's pretty admirable, but wouldn't the house need a lot of remodeling for that? You're absolutely right. They had to install handrails, make the bathroom accessible, and do all kinds of preparations. Huh, I see. She's really such a thoughtful daughter-in-law. I envy her mother-in-law. You're already living with my brother and his wife, aren't you? Yeah, but I just think it'd be nice to have a daughter-in-law like Audrey. What? You know, I always thought you and Audrey should get married someday. What are you even talking about? You're the one who told me not to hang out with kids from that apartment complex. Did I say something like that? Maybe it was just because you hit your rebellious phase. You two drifted apart, but you used to play together all the time when you were little. When I was playing at the apartment complex park, you came storming in and yelled at everyone. You told me never to play with them again and scolded all the kids there. Oh, come on. I wouldn't do that. Robert, you must be remembering it wrong since you were so young. What are you talking about? Because of that, I got called the demon's kid and went through a lot.
A demon? How awful. What a rude thing for those kids to say.
Well, you were so terrifying when you yelled at them. My kids were scared of you.
But I had a reason to get angry.
What reason?
I just wanted you to grow up in a good environment.
Yeah, right. You flat out said, don't associate with families who live in apartments. Not only that, you told all the kids at the park, if you have time to play in a place like this, you should be studying instead.
Did I say that? Well, I was just saying what any adult would.
It was none of your business. You said parents living in apartments are irresponsible, so their kids won't turn out well. That's a ridiculous assumption.
Anyway, I always thought Audrey was different from the other kids in the apartment complex.
Different how?
Audrey is the kind of person who can even take good care of her husband's parents.
Huh? How would you even know that?
She has always been so thoughtful toward her parents. When she was little, her mom was busy working and she helped around the house and looked after her little brother.
Yeah, I know. She did take good care of her brother.
It's impressive. She's really a good person. And that's not all. When she was in high school, even though she was busy with her club activities, she took care of all the housework when her dad wasn't well. For someone so young to put her parents and brother above herself, that's not something just anyone can do.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. But still, that doesn't mean she'd take good care of her husband's parents.
What are you talking about? Someone like her wouldn't neglect her husband's parents. If she can value her own parents and the adults around her, she'll definitely take care of her husband's parents too.
That's just your assumption.
No, Audrey would absolutely take care of her husband's parents. Oh, well, I still think it would be great if Audrey chose to marry you, Robert.
Huh? What are you even talking about? Because of you, I couldn't play with the kids from the apartment complex, and you probably hurt Audrey too. Now you're suddenly praising her nonstop? That's ridiculous.
You had the perfect woman right under your nose, but you went and chose someone else.
What are you trying to say? I don't get it. Are you complaining about Cora or something? Or is it about my sister-in-law?
Huh? Oh, that's not the point.
Look, I don't know what your point is, but you're starting to sound like the office queen bee, and it's annoying.
Huh? Queen bee?
There's this senior coworker in my department who's just like you personality-wise. And can you stop texting me about pointless stuff on WhatsApp?
Oh, come on. This isn't pointless. Your childhood friend moved to take care of her mother-in-law.
But we haven't seen each other in years, so why do I need to hear about it over WhatsApp? Honestly, I don't care. I have a business trip starting tomorrow and need to get ready, so let's end this here.
What? A business trip? So you'll be away from home for a while?
Yeah, just for 3 days.
This might be a good opportunity.
Opportunity? What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it. I was just thinking it might be nice to relax with just the family for a bit. Anyway, take care on your trip. Robert, what's going on?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Caroline, your mom.
What about her?
She just showed up at the house out of nowhere. I had no idea she was coming today.
What? Out of nowhere?
Wait, Robert, didn't you know about this either?
No, nothing.
What am I supposed to do now? She said she's moving and starting today. What the heck is going on?
Excuse me? Are you serious? I had no idea, none at all. Is she there right now?
Yeah, she showed up with her luggage and apparently the moving truck is coming this evening.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm not kidding. As soon as she walked in, she sat down on the living room couch and made herself comfortable. She really liked how much sunlight the living room gets, so she began to open and close the curtains by herself. And then, she brought in a potted plant and put it on the shelf without asking.
A potted plant?
She said something about how it's good feng shui to have it there.
I don't understand.
She mentioned that she was excited about moving in with the family. She's really acting like she's here to stay.
Are you serious?
What's going on? Of all times, she barges in when you're not here.
Wait a second. Ah, so that's why Mom said something about this being an opportunity. What should I do? I want to go back right away, but...
You can't, right? You're on a business trip.
Yeah, I'm already on the plane, so I can't return immediately. But I promise, I'll talk to Mom when I get back. Cora, can you hang in there until I return? If it feels like too much, just say so.
You know, this is really hard to say.
Yeah, I get it. I'm so sorry.
No, it's not that. It's really hard to say this, Robert.
To me? What? Just tell me.
She asked me to leave because I was getting on her nerves.
What?
She told me I'm a nuisance because this house is just for family.
Did she say that? Mom said that?
Yeah. When she came to the house earlier, she tried to kick me out, so I quickly packed my things and left.
Wait, then where are you now?
It's okay. I'm outside, but I think I can book a hotel. I'm really sorry for worrying you. I think your mom hates me. Actually, I've been keeping this to myself, but...
Wait a second. Is this really what I think it is?
Yeah.
Mother-in-law bullying her daughter-in-law?
I guess it's something like that. It's my first time experiencing this, so I'm not really sure.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't notice.
No, don't apologize. It would have been hard for you to notice with your work and everything. I should have just spoken up sooner, that's all.
It's my fault for putting you in this situation. I'm sorry.
Do you trust me?
Of course I do. Mom's always had this habit of running things the way that suits her best. I had a hard time with that when I was a kid too, but I never imagined she'd do the same thing to you.
I see. I should have told you sooner. I'm sorry.
By the way, can you tell me what exactly she's done?
Recently, when I went to your parents' house, something happened. She asked me to help with pulling weeds, so I went. I really should have mentioned that I was heading over to your parents' place, and I'm sorry for not saying anything.
It's not your fault, Cora. Stop apologizing. What Mom did was a big deal for sure, right? Tell me about it.
Your grandma Nancy was there too, and that night, Nancy invited me to join her for dinner. Caroline went out of her way to order delivery for everyone, but there wasn't any for me.
Mom ordered it?
Yeah, she said she'd take care of it and told me to just sit down. Nancy stepped in to smooth things over that time though. But later, when it was just the two of us, she told me it was disgraceful for a daughter-in-law to take food for herself.
What?
I never told you about what happened during the funeral either.
Something happened during the funeral too?
I'm pretty sure Caroline was bad-mouthing me to your relatives. A bunch of people told me, don't bully such a nice mother-in-law.
What? There's no way you'd bully Mom.
Yeah, but it seems like the relatives believe what Caroline says. She told them I'm too lazy to do housework and make her help, that I make her carry heavy bags when we go shopping, and that I criticize the food she cooks. But all of that is what she does to me. Even when I went to pull weeds, she had something to say. I spent the whole day sweating and fighting with the weeds, but she pointed to a small patch I missed and said, "It's still messy."
What the heck? That's straight up mother-in-law bullying. How did I not notice any of this until now?
You were busy with work, and she was nice to me when you were around.
That's probably why I didn't see it. Seriously, I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize, Robert. I should have told you sooner, that's all.
No, still. If I'd been more observant. I'm sorry, Cora.
It's fine, really, because it was just directed at me. But when she insulted my parents, that's when I thought, I can't do this anymore.
What? She said something about your dad? What was she thinking? Oh, my bad. It's not like telling you will change anything.
She assumes that anyone living in an apartment complex must be poor. And according to her, my dad is just a washed-up loser stuck in an office job. Sure, my dad doesn't live extravagantly. His clothes are simple and he drives used cars. But that doesn't mean he's poor.
Ah, I'm sorry. Mom has these weird prejudices.
You tell me not to apologize, but you're apologizing, Robert.
Well, you do it too, don't you?
Yeah, I guess I do. But I'm glad you understand now, Robert.
Even so, all I can do is apologize. I'll call you after work, so just wait a little.
Oh, sorry. I've been rambling on WhatsApp while you're on a business trip.
It's fine. I'm in transit, so don't worry about it. Stop stressing over things like that, okay? By the way, did you manage to book a hotel?
Oh, I did.
Do you have enough money?
Yeah, I'm good.
Tonight, we should definitely discuss our options. I'll contact Mom right away too.
Okay, got it. Thanks for trusting me.
Mom, what the heck are you thinking?
Oh, Robert, what's going on?
Don't play dumb with me. I heard everything from Cora. What are you trying to pull?
What are you talking about?
You took advantage of me being away on a business trip to barge into my house, didn't you? Chill out and think twice before doing whatever you want.
Do whatever I want? What's so wrong about a mother visiting her son's house?
It's not just a visit, is it? Why is it that you're suddenly moving into our house, huh? What about my brother's place? Cora told me. You've moved in.
Well, you see, over there's some other woman living in the house who's not family. So I figured, why not live with you, Robert? The rest of my stuff will be here soon with a moving truck.
Mom, what are you talking about?
I even needed Cora's help to move the furniture, but she just disappeared, you know? Honestly, what is she even thinking?
I'm telling you to stop it. You don't need to move the furniture at all. Which moving company is it? I'll call them and cancel everything.
Oh, it's fine. Even if Cora isn't here, I'll just have the movers help me.
I'm saying it's ridiculous to suddenly decide to move in like this.
Oh, it's not sudden. I already told you I wanted to live as a family, didn't I? Still, this house is so cramped.
Hey, are you listening to me? This house is for Cora and me to live together, so of course it's not big.
Oh, it's for the two of you. Only for you two. Well then, I'll use that little storage room near the entrance to store anything that's in the way.
In the way?
I'm taking the corner room. I'll move whatever's there into the storage room.
That's Cora's room. I'm begging you, seriously, just go home.
It's fine. Cora seems to have left. Robert, you should just leave a woman like that.
She didn't leave. You kicked her out, didn't you? Stop making things up.
I'm not making it up. I saw her. She walked out with a big suitcase, you know.
She's definitely not planning to come back. Even the stuff in her dresser is gone. Why are you going through Cora's dresser?
Well, I happened to see it. Her underwear.
What?
She only has trashy, indecent underwear, that woman. She's probably using your business trip as an excuse to go stay with some man. That's the kind of woman she is, I'm sure of it. I'm glad I came over.
Please, just stop.
That's not all. I opened her closet too. It's full of flashy clothes. There was even one with sequins on it.
Mom, that's a complete invasion of privacy.
I was just curious. As a mother-in-law, isn't it natural to know what kind of life your daughter-in-law is living?
You don't need to rummage through her dresser or closet to know that.
Seeing all those flashy clothes, I was so shocked. She doesn't have any modest, homey outfits. Shouldn't she be wearing something more subdued, like jeans and a plaid shirt?
Don't force your tastes on her. And besides, Cora doesn't own a ton of flashy clothes.
Yes, she does. Her clothes are totally inappropriate for a married woman. Where does she plan on going dressed like that, I wonder? And her shoes. She has so many of them. It's all high heels. How many pairs does she even own? It's like a shoe store in there. I was absolutely stunned.
So, after snooping through her stuff, what's your point?
That woman doesn't have any sense of responsibility as your wife. Owning such flashy clothes and underwear, doesn't she feel ashamed as your wife? And on top of that, she didn't even help me with the move. She just ran off somewhere.
That's enough. You told her to get out of there because she was getting on your nerves, right? That's why Cora left. You realize that, don't you? Who's really annoying here? It's you, Mom.
Oh, stop it. What are you saying, Robert?
How could you say something so awful to Cora?
Well, it's just that woman has no sense of responsibility as your wife. Maybe it's because of how she was raised. I just can't stand her.
So you think it's okay to harass your son's wife just because you don't like her? That's fine, huh?
She's rude and vulgar, that's why. Come on, Robert. You've noticed it too, haven't you? That woman, she grew up in that apartment complex after all.
Seriously? What are you even talking about? You went through her dresser, commenting on her underwear, saying all this stuff about her. Who's the vulgar one here?
Robert, how could you talk to your own mother like that? I knew it. Even you've been corrupted.
Hey.
It's no use. Being inconsiderate comes down to bad parenting. It's inevitable. That kind of thing always shows in the end. I just can't stop sighing whenever I look at Cora.
Hey, listen. I just talked to my brother about this.
Oh my. Was Jacob worried after all? But you know, he's no good either. He took that woman's side.
You harassed Jacob's wife so much he kicked you out, didn't he? Taking her side or not, it's natural to defend your wife. And your sister-in-law didn't even do anything, did she?
What? Did she say something?
No, Jacob told me.
Listen to me, will you? Jacob and I, we both just wanted to live as a family, but then that woman, she acted like she was part of the family.
My sister-in-law is Jacob's family.
Oh dear. I've been around Jacob way before she came into the picture, you know.
Are you kidding me? What does that even mean? It doesn't matter how long. Cora is my family.
What are you talking about? That woman is gone now, isn't she? Come home soon and we can live together, just the two of us, okay? Oh, I have a great idea. Let's invite Jacob over too. We can all live together as a family.
Get Out of there. I told you, Cora's my family.
Don't say strange things.
The one saying strange things is you, Mom. I need to build my own family. I'm an adult now, and I have a great wife. I can't live with you.
I see. So you've changed too, Robert. It makes me so sad.
You haven't changed at all, Mom. You always twist things to suit yourself, dragging everyone else into your mess, always acting like you're on top of the world. Talking to you reminds me of that senior coworker who's always trying to one-up people.
Robert, how could you say something like that to your own mother?
Just leave. Be out of the house by the time I get back from my trip. That house belongs to Cora and me.
Get rid of that woman from the apartment complex. It'll be too late once you have kids.
Saying stuff like that is vulgar, Mom. You should stop. And I don't know what you've misunderstood, but do you even know what kind of place that apartment complex is?
What do you mean, what kind of place? An apartment complex is an apartment complex. It's where poor people who can't afford to build houses live. Isn't that obvious? When parents are poor, they can't give their kids a proper education. So those kids don't grow up to be decent adults either. Just look at Cora and it's clear as day. It proves that women raised in apartment complexes are no good. But I suppose it can't be helped. Her dad was just a low-paid office worker.
It was government housing.
What? Government housing? What do you mean?
The parents you mocked and tried to one-up are judges, Mom. And so were Audrey's parents.
Wait a second. That apartment complex was housing for judges?
Yeah.
I figured it was just some low-income housing since it looked so old and worn out.
Sure, the building might be old, but everyone living there is a judge or their family.
Has anyone ever talked about Cora's father being a judge?
We talked about it a lot during the wedding greetings.
Did we? It was years ago, so I must have forgotten.
Not knowing, not listening to people, and speaking based on your assumptions, it's embarrassing. Stop it. Do you even realize how much of a laughingstock you are?
A laughingstock? Me?
Yes, you. It's seriously embarrassing. Do you finally understand how ridiculous you sound? Let me say it one more time. I'm not living with you, Mom.
What? Why not? I've already decided to move in and I'm about to bring in all my stuff.
Take all that stuff back to your house.
No way! What's so wrong with living in my own son's house?
Mom, did you forget? I'm a live-in son-in-law, remember?
Ah.
There's nothing you can do about it, understand? And by the way, that house, Cora bought it when she was single.
No way! A woman who grew up in an apartment complex couldn't possibly afford a house.
I told you already. Cora didn't grow up in an apartment complex. Did you forget that?
Oh, right. Her dad was a judge. But Cora's just a housewife, isn't she?
She's a housewife now. But before that, she was working hard at a major company.
But still, now that she's married to you, she should obey me, her husband's mother.
If you keep staying there, you could be sued for unlawful occupancy, you know? Like I said earlier, that's Cora's house.
Sued? But we're family. Do you really think it's okay to do that?
Wait, Mom. Didn't you say it yourself? Cora isn't family. She's not family, right? If this goes to court and a trial starts, imagine if the judge was Cora's dad.
Please, no, wait a second.
You can't stay at my place, and you've already been kicked out of Jacob's. So the only option left is Grandma's place, right?
Grandma? You mean my mother?
Yeah, she's still healthy, but she's getting old. And I'm sure she'd be thrilled if you said you'd move in with her.
No way! Absolutely not! I can't live with her. She's too difficult to get along with. Please, just don't tell her about this.
Why not? She's your own mother, isn't she? She's got way more family history with you than we do. This is perfect for you, isn't it? You've always wanted to live with family, just the two of you.
Robert, you just don't understand. That woman was so strict with me when I was little. She never praised me for anything. She wouldn't let me go outside to play until I finished all my homework. And if I tried to leave something I didn't like on my plate, she'd scold me for wasting food.
I don't think that even counts as being strict. Mom, you're the one who's way too picky about food.
That's not true. I hated living under the same roof with her so much. As soon as I graduated high school, I moved out. I finally thought I could live at my own pace, but now being alone with her again? No way!
But Grandma's your family, isn't she?
She's family, but...
Well, whether or not you live with Grandma is up to you, Mom, but we're not going to live with you.
Robert, don't say such cold things. Have you forgotten everything I've done to raise you?
If you're going to bring that up, then you should start by living with Grandma first. Anyway, I have to go.
Robert, wait! Don't abandon me!
My grandmother, Mom's mother, seemed to have struggled with Mom's selfish and self-centered behavior for years. Hoping to raise her into a decent adult, Grandma disciplined Mom strictly. Unfortunately, Mom ended up becoming an adult who looks down on others based on her prejudices. After calling Grandma and explaining the situation, she rushed to the house in no time. When I checked my phone after work, I found a message from Cora. Grandma called me over, so I'm heading to her place. According to Cora, Grandma warned my mom, "Stay out of trouble for your son and his wife." Grandma also contacted the movers to have all the stuff Mom had brought to my house sent to her place. Mom cried and screamed, saying she didn't want to go, insisting she wanted to kick out Cora and live with just her family. But Grandma said she'd fix that rotten attitude of hers dragging her out of the house. Cora, witnessing this intense scene, said she couldn't say a word and could only watch the two of them silently. When I returned from my business trip and apologized to Cora in person for all the trouble, she smiled, rubbed her belly, and said, "I feel like this place is a little too small for 3 people, don't you? Whether your mom shows up or not, we should plan on moving soon." Yes, the day has finally come for me to become a father. Looking at Cora's smile, I resolved to step up and protect my precious family from now on.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!